Hi, welcome to Blindowl Outdoors. We hope you enjoy our channel, and if possible, could you please join our Patreon page? We really need your help. It's been a long, hard road. Thank you. Hi, welcome to our channel. My name is Dan. I'm here in the Philippines on the Island of Bohol. Sitting out in my car, sucking up the air con. It's fantastic. I'm down to a quarter tank, so I can't do it much longer. Talking about knives today, and I have to show you here. I have a kind of an interesting knife. It's very strange blade style. Very, very strange. See, it's kind of dirty. It needs to be polished up a little bit. This is my first D2 steel knife. And is it D2? I don't really know. I asked my dad if he ordered me I think I was looking for a CF, was it CFG or whatever it is? Absolute shit knives, but I wanted a hunting knife. I bought my brother one. It really turned out to be a nice knife. I bought one, a prang style one. The knife broke and it had no temper in the steel. Wouldn't hold an edge for nothing. Pakistan crap, you know. But instead of sending what I wanted, he ordered this off of, I'm assuming, Amazon, and probably because it caught his eye or something like that. My dad's not a big knife guy, but. And when I got it, I was like, oh man, what the hell did he send me now? It's a Perkins knife, which is, I'm pretty sure, is Pakistan. But it turns out to be pretty nice. The shiny steel, it's got a lot of corrosion on it. It's not corrosion, it's mostly from the ferro rod, from scraping a ferro rod on it and stuff like that. It's a real thick knife that's got a funny belly on it and stuff. I love knives that are real flat on the bottom of the blade, so they're easier to sharpen. This one's tough to sharpen. I never sharpened it anyway, so I just put on the buffer. Came with a fairly decent sheath. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's got real hard, dark scales in the handle. I'm assuming it's some type of walnut or something. I have no idea. It has mosaic pins, 2 mosaic pins. It's got a nice little hole right here. To me, that's for and a hole back here for the lanyard. But to me, what that's for is gives you the ability to bind it to a spear type thing. Now, you might ask, why would you want to do that? If you attach your knife to a spear, I would attach it to a 7 or 8 foot long spear handle, a sapling handle, hopefully oak or hickory or something like that back home. Now, you never throw your knife with a spear. You're not going to throw it at something. You're making a knife on a spear for protection. Like say you got in bear country or wolf country, or you just didn't feel good, like you feel vulnerable, whatever. Putting your knife on something like that gives you like a bayonet type thing. It gives you a 5 or 6 foot distance away from whatever you're going to be stabbing. It gives you a chance to stab and get away. I'd say alligators or something like down in Florida, but you're not going to stab an alligator. That knife's not going to go through alligator skin. No way. But a bear, or I think a mountain lion would eat you, but a bear would probably eat you too. It may be good for getting a wild hog, jump down out of a tree like Rambo or something and spear it through the back, maybe. If you're lucky you didn't get gored in the process. I don't know. I always carry like frog gigs and fishing gigs and stuff. I got a really nice one that's about 4 inches wide with 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 points on it. And it's not really a frog gig, it's more of a fishing spear gig, which is against the law in most places. But in survival situations, anything goes. Something like that's really good on a shaft. But since I got the knife, I liked it more and more and more every time I use it. Having the curve in the blade here really holds it when you're carving tent stakes and things like that. It's got kind of a almost not a kukuri style, but in the ballpark style blade. It's nice and heavy down here in the tip. You know, for if you want to do a little bit of chopping or something like that. It's good for splitting wood. It's good for batoning. It's a solid 6-inch blade. It's real heavy and solid. And again, the grips are some kind of hardwood. They're all polished up, real smooth. It's got the pommel on the end of it sticking out, and it hasn't really rusted much at all. I've had it for a long time now. My dad's been dead about 6 or 7 years, so I had it maybe 8 or 9 years, something like that. But again, it was a gift from my father, and it's something he picked out himself to send me. Why he chose this one, I have no idea. This must have been what was on Amazon that day. I was shooting for a hunting knife style, but this is a hunting knife style too. It's got the nice curved blade. Would be fantastic for skinning a deer or something like that, and it's got just the right length and heaviness for doing stuff like that. I don't know. I really like it now. It's got the fake edge in the back on the top. You could have that reground and stuff if you wanted to. If you're gonna use it for fighting or something, survival. It's got a little curve right here in the front. I don't know if that's for your finger or what. I've never put my finger in there. I'd put my thumb on the top for control if I needed it. It's got a nice 90-degree spine. It's got a lot of corrosion on it for scraping on a ferro rod. Perkins, Perkins. I think I looked it up somewhere. It said something about Pakistan. But the brand that I was looking for, it was F something, CF something, and they were claiming their knives were made in America. And again, the one I sent my brother was really nice. It was a nice 7-inch regular Bowie style hunting knife. It really turned out to be nice. The one I bought was a different style. When I bought it off of Amazon, it was like $70, and the first day I used it, I folded the blade over, just using it, just cutting with it. It was absolute crap. And then eventually the blade just snapped off right here, just snapped off. But they were claiming that they were U.S. made knives, and I found out later that the knives themselves, the steel is made in Pakistan, and then it's sent to England to be ground, and then it's sent to Oregon to put handles on them. So doing that, they were claiming they were U.S. made. And I'm a firm believer in buying American products whenever I can, especially knives and guns and things like that. But I got took on mine. I would never buy another one. In fact, they're so bad that they changed their name to another 3 initial knife now. That's neither here or there. But Perkins, I think Perkins is the same. I think the steel's from Pakistan. I think the handles might be put on in England or someplace like that too. I looked them up one time a long time ago, but I couldn't find them anywhere except for on eBay. But my dad found this. My dad found this on Amazon years and years and years ago. but it's got a decent enough sheath, that heavy duty sheath that's got a fair snap on it. Usually the snaps are crap on them, they corrode real bad, but it's got a decent belt loop that hasn't cracked or fallen off. That's the big problem in cheap sheaths, the belt loop and stuff breaks off on them. But I would recommend this Perkins to anybody, or a Perkins knife. And again, it's supposed to be D2 steel, but I have a big thing about any steel that comes from Pakistan. I don't think you're getting what you're paying for. And is it D2 steel? I don't know how to tell. Is there any way to tell? I have no idea. If I was going to buy a D2 steel knife, which D2 steel is fantastic, it doesn't corrode, it's hard, keeps an edge and stuff like that. But I wouldn't buy a D2 steel knife unless it was from a reputable company that I knew or whatever. And I got a friend, Joe, from New York area. He's a big sword guy, but he's been doing a lot of testing on these fancy $100 to $150 knives, and they're D2 steel. They look fabulous. They look fantastic. So I think his site is Joe Steel, something like that. If I think about it, I'll put a link on it. Hi, Joe. But take care, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. No more. Go out, have some fun. Watch your six really close. Keep your head on the swivel. Watch out for all the nasty stuff that's going on in America, in the cities. Don't get sucked into any of that. Just be extra safe, and thanks so much for watching. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.